that's what has led to our legal claim of having the most effective stain removal in the industry, SmartBoost. It's a third pump that sits inside of the unit, and its job is to pre-mix your detergent in your water or any other additives together. Most washers out there in the market are going to be a one-pump system. It's just a drain pump for a front load.
I just wanted to pause here to say that yes, I can confirm that he's correct about most washing machines, including top loaders, only having one pump, and about that one pump being the drain pump.
Which means it just drains the water and detergent out at the end of the wash cycle. That's its one job. And it really relies on the spinning motions of the drum to properly mix things up and make sure that no spots get missed. But we all know that can be a little bit ineffective, as we've all probably experienced having clothes that come out and unfortunately a stain is still there or did not get treated fully. What we're seeing in the industry now is that a lot of front load washers out there have started to add in a second pump called a recirculation pump. Been around for quite some time, used to only be available for more premium, higher price points, now becoming a lot more affordable for a lot of consumers. And as the name implies, recirculation, it recirculates the water and detergent at one or multiple times during the wash. It pulls out the water and detergent that's already in the drum and basically recirculates it through this hose and back out over the clothes again. So it helps get a little bit more mixing of the detergent or other additives with the water because it's all being forced into a very narrow channel and then sprayed back out over your clothes. So rather than just kind of the detergent being poured in, the water being poured in, and hoping that the drum mixes them all up enough and covers everything, the recirculation pump just does that to the next level.
So basically what Joey's trying to say here is that the SmartBoost system utilizes both the recirculation pump and what Electrolux calls the pre-mixing chamber.
And its job is to pre-mix the detergent and water. So no other washer out there in the industry is able to do that. How it works is down here at the bottom of the drum, you see like a little bit of a bump out, a little bit of a belly on the tub. What happens is during the first 6 minutes of your wash, or in the case of the fast wash for the first minute, water and detergent get poured into that little chamber. This SmartBoost pump then pre-mixes them, spins them around, gets the detergent activated, creates one homogeneous solution. And as you'll see, it's connected to that recirculation pump. So we leverage that recirculation pump to then take that one even solution and spray it out over your clothes. So the minute detergent and water are touching your clothes, the detergent's already been activated, no spots get missed, and that's what has led to our legal claim of having the most effective stain removal in the industry.
I like how you say legal claims.
Legal.
Legal.
And that's not just something that we verify, that's something that we have to go through from a company called AHAM. It's who all washer and dryer manufacturers have to run tests through to be able to make any sort of legal claim out there in the market about their cleaning performance or their washer or dryer performance option.
You gotta love it when a company can back up their performance claims with test results.
So then mixing like a premium laundry detergent with your technology is what is essentially allowing you guys to get the best stain removal.
Right. Yep, exactly. And so the key here is really with SmartBoost is that we're leveraging all types of detergent. So we're not saying to consumers, in order to get the best clean, you have to use a pod or you have to use liquid or you have to use powder. We're still leaving it up to the consumer. The great thing here though is of course that they get the option to use any of those ideas. So we know that pods continue to grow, and unfortunately for other washers, you do have to toss it into the drum and rely on that drum motion. So here, taking away that pain point of making sure that it fully breaks open in enough time, the fact that it's just built in.
This exact dispenser is the reason why when people are just like, what do I do with pods? I'm just like, you will throw them into the drum unless your dispenser has a spot specifically labeled for pods.
Up to 2 that can fit in here. And so as you saw in the user interface, there's a little pods button that you can press. So when you press that, you're alerting the washer, hey, I put pods into this little chamber. And what it does is it then pours water down on there. It's like almost like a jet stream to kind of like break open the pod. But then that water is continuously streaming to make sure that we are slowly dissolving it, making sure everything is properly dissolved before then flushing it down into that pre-mixing chamber. So in the case of this test where we're doing our 15-minute fast wash, those 4 extra minutes that were added on to bump it up to 19 minutes, that's a couple minutes to break down the pod with that stream of water coming into that chamber. And then that's the flushing into the pre-mixing chamber for that 1 minute to pre-mix them before flushing it into the drum.
And for those of you who feel like your high-efficiency washing machines don't use enough water, I asked this next question just for you. So make sure you listen carefully to the answer.
Because you guys have that chamber on the bottom, does it appear that there is less water inside of the machine?
I think the big thing is like if you're somebody that watches their laundry or likes to kind of see the visual of, okay, I see water going in, we're good. yeah, it's going to be a little bit delayed as far as that gratification goes, but no less.
I want to draw attention to the delayed gratification part of what he just said. Because of the premixing chamber on Electrolux machines, you may notice that it takes a while before you actually see your laundry becoming saturated. Basically, before you go thinking there isn't enough water in your washing machine, just let it run the whole cycle. Sometimes it just takes longer than you'd think because the water is in a part of the machine you can't see. Next, Joey not only explained why the SmartBoost feature is beneficial, but he showed us the evidence that it actually works.
But why is that important for consumers? Well, there's two big things. One, we know that some spots are very, very small. We know some stains that you have on your clothes, you might not even realize are there until after you've done your laundry. You're folding up a shirt and realize, I didn't realize I had a stain on the back of that t-shirt. I never even treated it. So what SmartBoost allows us to do is make sure that we ensure coverage over all pieces of clothing, so no spots, no matter how small, get missed. The other thing, of course, is that we activate it right away to deliver the most effective and most efficient clean. So in terms of coverage, this is a test that we do with fabric softener, because fabric softener is meant to stay in your clothing. So the test we did here was we ran some towels through our Electrolux 600 series with SmartBoost. We used fabric softener as the additive with the idea that it is meant to stay in the clothes. We'll be able to test where it's at after by dipping it into a chemical called blow-methyl blue, which is basically a chemical that when it reacts with fabric softener turns it blue. So it allows us to visually see everywhere that the fabric softener was. And as you guys can see here, nice even coverage throughout the entire towel. No spots got missed. We ran some other equal towels, same amount of fabric softener, through some other competitive units. And this was just kind of a run-of-the-mill
they weren't overstuffed, right?
What's that? Right. So as you can see here, you've got a lot of splotches. You've got some areas that truly got treated by the chemical. You've got other spaces that didn't, that completely missed it. And so, again, this was just a test with fabric softener, but if you think about your detergent, if you think about having a stain here, that would have been a spot that got missed. And unfortunately, if you, like me, you probably didn't realize it till after you dried your clothes. Now that stain is set in, and your maybe favorite shirt or favorite blanket is now potentially ruined and banished to that drawer that you only pull clothes out of to repaint a bedroom.
It's a very unique way to make tie-dye.
Yes, exactly. If you've got somebody else. If you've got us, good luck. That was one test that we did here, but the real test I want to show you guys over here. AM is the governing body where we can make any and all legal claims about our washer performance. And so as part of that, they send us these little numbered test strips. We do the testing, but we have to send it back, right, Eddie?
We just follow their protocols. So like the whole industry uses the same test that we do, our competitors will do as well. But that's how, this is like the official number that says that our washer performance is better than competitors.
So all of these, well, these first couple, not the white swatch, are all real life stains that have been baked into the fabric, and then a pure white swatch is stitched onto the very end just to be the control, but also it's numbered again so that when we make any type of legal claim, we have to verify with AHAM. They have the record of what swatches were sent where and to what manufacturer.
This is Sebum.
Body oils.
Yeah, body oils.
Think about like your pillowcases, your bed sheets, undershirts, that type of thing.
Carbon.
So think about you're somebody that lights candles all the time.
Okay.
You've got smoke that settles on the walls, also settling on your clothes. Blood is not human blood, by the way. It's pig blood, right?
Chocolate and wine.
And then you've got the chocolate and the wine. With this test, it's designed to not be beaten. These stains are baked into these swatches. So what we do is we run these through various cycles according to the tests. Again, like Eddie said, that every manufacturer does the same protocols. And then we have to look at them under a very fancy instrument to look at the actual color of the threads of the fabric. And then we send those claims and those results back to AHAM for verification. The test is designed not to be beaten. However, the other kind of call out about this is that you're really not supposed to see a difference with the naked eye. You're supposed to be able to use this instrument to really kind of get down to the nitty gritty and really look at how ours compares to others. So what's really exciting here is that looking at these swatches from not only us, but from some other manufacturers, you guys can see here, this one in the middle looks a lot fainter than the rest of the bunch. That's the Electrolux swatch that was run in that SmartBoost technology. So again, not supposed to see a difference with the naked eye. In fact, if you kind of look at these, you can see a lot of similar coloring across the board. You look at this swatch from the Electrolux laundry and you can really see just visually looking at it without any fancy instruments or anything like that, just how well this swatch performs compared to the competition. And again, thanks to not only the motions of our tub, the temperatures we're using, but most importantly, that pre-mixing technology and that SmartBoost washer. So we compare it to the original swatch. We just do some competitive testing to be able to show off visually how our SmartBoost looks versus some competitive product out there.